Hey guys, so today I'm here with a demo of what the Metro UI looks like on Windows 8. Now of course Windows 8 has been a pretty major overhaul, and probably the biggest new feature is the new UI. It's very similar to what you would find in Windows Phone 7, of course blown up for the big screen. So let me give you guys a quick little demo of some of the new features in Metro. So the first thing is that there's this new lock screen. It's very similar to what you might find on a phone or a tablet. As you can see here, there's not a whole lot on here. You'll see that you have your time, your date. You also have any little indicators or icons that you need. So for example, there's my network, but if I had other things, other notifications, whatever, it would pop up there. So to unlock it, we just simply drag it off the screen. And now we need to go ahead and put in our password / unlock. And there's a couple of ways to do this. The first of which is to just punch in your password. Now, in Windows 8, it does automatically want to connect to your Windows Live account, so you would just put in, the password for your Hotmail or whatever, and you can log in that way. That's one way. But if you don't want to do a password, you also have the option to putting in a PIN number. So, just like on, pretty much any tablet or whatever, you can just, punch in whatever, series of numbers. But the last one is kind of unique, and it allows you to use a photo to unlock. So the way this works is really simple. You're able to pick out a photo, so it can be a picture. I just took a random photo here, but if you have a picture or whatever, you can use whatever you want. And the way it works is that you simply need to go ahead and make a pattern. So you can take draw like things like lines and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to start over, but you can also do clicks and all kinds of different things to kind of make it unique. So mine is I need to click here, click over here, and click up on top of here, and it'll unlock. So I will say one thing: it's not quite ideal. Sometimes it gets a little screwy. It doesn't really quite recognize it perfectly, but it is early software, and that is just one option, so certainly no big deal. Alright, so now that we're in the Metro UI, as you guys can see here, and of course, if you didn't know already, I am using just a standard computer with a mouse and keyboard, so I can just scroll with the mouse wheel, scroll along here. I can also use my directional buttons to go through here and type in whatever I want. So the first thing I want to show you guys is just the live tiles. As you can see here, some of these are actually moving and showing new information. So for example, this one is just about build. This is stock, so if I want to click on it, I can open up the stock application, keep up with all my kind of stuff. I can just hit the Windows key to back up. The same goes for my RSS feed. I can add more, drag all kinds of good stuff, and again back it right out, and I will be able to keep an eye on it. Now if I want to do some customization or whatever, I can right click it. And there are a couple of things. So I can unpin it, so I don't want it on this. I can just get rid of it. I can just uninstall it altogether and just delete it off my computer, or I can make it smaller. So you can see that there are different sized applications, and I do kind of like this one a little bit larger, so I'll leave it double wide. Now some applications don't allow you to do this. So for example, control panel, it doesn't have anything to do other than just click on it. So that's that's one thing, but it's certainly no big deal. Now of course you do have the option to go back to your standard Windows desktop. So one of the nice things in Windows 8 is that you can freely change between them using the Windows key. So yeah, see, very fluid, very smooth, and all that kind of good stuff. See here, my RSS feed is a little bit messed up right now, but again, early software, no big deal. You can also go ahead and move stuff around. So by clicking on it and holding it, we can, drag and drop it wherever we want. It works pretty well, but yeah, nothing that you guys have probably never seen before. Now let me go ahead and show you guys a couple of apps that how they run on Metro and Windows 8 and everything. So this is a new app. So if I right click, that's kind of like, on a computer that pulls up kind of like the options. So for example, I can make a new text, say, hello YouTube. I can of course do that. Also, do some different things like fonts and all that kind of good stuff. And again, right click, I can capture, pull up properties. It's kind of like just the whole, just kind of the whole guide for using a standard application. So you just right click to kind of pull stuff up. And again, on the tablet it will be different, but I don't really have a tablet right here, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you guys how it works on a normal computer. Alright, so let's go ahead and show you guys another kind of application, which is going to be a game. Well, not technically a game. So let's go ahead and open up the piano app. And as you guys can see here, it's a piano app. Now, one of the things about this that makes it a little bit different from something, like a normal kind of app that you would do, is that these are all very customizable to all kinds of different computers. They're all work for touchscreens, or they'll work with a mouse and keyboard. They'll work on a 7-inch tablet or a 40-inch display. Whatever you want. Now, there's only a couple of other things I do want to show you guys. For one, if you want to scroll, of course, like I said, you can use the mouse wheel. But if you don't feel like doing that, there's a little bar that will appear here that appears pretty much in any application that you need to scroll from left to right. There really isn't, unlike most Windows, it really isn't a whole lot of up and down scrolling. A lot of it is just from side to side. As you guys can see here, you just scroll back and forth. In addition, there are also, if you come over to the bottom left, there are a couple things I can search. So if I want to search for, oh, I don't know, paint. Oops, if I can spell it right. I can search for paint, open it up, and no problems at all. The only other thing I do want to show you guys is just really quickly here up top, you can change your user tile, log off, all that kind of stuff. And also the user tiles and a lot of your data does kind of carry with you across different Windows 8 computers just because it all is logged into the same, live ID, so it does kind of keep everything nice and synced. Anyway guys, it's going to be about it for my tour of the Metro UI in Windows 8. Now there is a lot more that I wasn't able to show you, but as you go ahead and take a look at Windows 8 for yourself, you will notice a lot of these really cool little features. If you guys enjoyed the video, definitely be sure to leave it a thumbs up, and if you're interested in more, be sure to subscribe.